Okay, so over this past year, your Board of Trustees has worked to integrate mission-centric practices into all that we do. We've stepped more fully into our sense of ownership here at Unity as we've managed center finances and held the vision and energy for a vibrant and evolving organization dedicated to transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. So I'd like to share with you an overview of 4 main areas of focus that have emerged over this past year as the board has been working together. First of all, we completed the transition of assets from the foundation to the center itself. And doing so has provided us with a more accessible fund dedicated to maintaining and improving our beautiful facility. And just as a reminder, one can always still contribute to that fund. Secondly, we focused on shifting our own and our community's basis for financial giving from a sense of obligation to a desire to contribute from our sense of ownership and from our gratitude for what we receive here and the role that Unity plays in our lives. We've communicated with the congregation regularly about our financial status in our effort to be transparent. We've encouraged automatic giving, which has increased, thank you, and have kept up with our monthly contributions to transformational partner giving. That's the term that we're using. It used to be called tithing, and it refers to the gifts that we as a center send to support other organizations who are also making a difference in the world. Together as a community, we are making progress toward financial stability and sustainability. Third, let's see if I can get it to go. We've worked with the findings of our Conscious Conversations interviews, developing focus areas, goals, and timelines. We've also begun the Mapping What Is process, exploring how things are going with our staff and lead volunteers in all aspects of our ministry. That process will continue over the next couple of months. Mapping What Is will lead to more efficient and effective practices, policies, and procedures aligned with our mission and reflecting what works for us now. Each of these steps is essential to ensuring that we head into the upcoming ministerial changes with a strong organizational foundation and infrastructure. Which leads us to our 4th area of focus, the ministerial transition process. The board has started to develop a plan and timeline for the transition and the ministerial search. Our goal is to create a heart-centered and well-thought-out transition that will give Jane and Gary a wonderful send-off and will ensure community participation and a continued commitment to mission-centric ministry. It will be coordinated with the protocols of Unity Worldwide Ministries, and most importantly, it will result in establishing a great match between our center and our next minister. There will be a congregational meeting in the future where this plan is shared and opportunities to participate will become available. Okay, so returning to our organizational priorities, throughout the rest of 2020, we are working at strengthening our organizational foundation, guided by the findings of Conscious Conversations and Mapping What Is. Board members are taking on greater levels of responsibility, including conducting community member orientations and assuming lead and/or volunteer recruiting roles in various new efforts. These projects fall into several categories. There we go. So we've already referred to some of this a little bit in our regrets. The first area I'm calling connections. So this involves our welcoming process for those new to Unity, as well as expanding opportunities for greater social connection with one another. Teams are currently forming for those interested in being part of creating a community where everyone feels welcome and connected. And if you're interested in contributing to this effort, please contact me, Karen Dunmore, or Sally Sledge. And watch for announcements of upcoming events beginning in late spring. Another new project coming out of Conscious Conversations is what we're calling marketing and outreach. This area addresses our congregation's desire to have our Unity message reach a larger and more diverse group of people. A marketing team will be forming this spring, focusing on enhancing our online presence, as well as exploring other ways that we can reach out to our greater community. This may involve activities such as staffing a booth or participating in person in other ways at community events, and there are many more ideas in the works as well. The board also supports the youth ministry program, recognizing its importance in meeting the needs of children, youth, and families, both who are here now and who will be coming in the future. The third new focus area is our volunteer program. We don't currently have a volunteer coordinator, but we are well aware that we need to really strengthen the support and appreciation we have for our volunteers. It's a key element ownership here at Unity as we share our time and talents through volunteering. Our volunteers are an absolutely key element, and I know that refers to almost everyone in this room, so thank you. Our volunteers are an absolutely key element in fulfilling our mission. Following the completion of mapping what is, probably in late spring, we will be forming a volunteer program team. Their first task will be to develop and implement an internal system for recruiting, training, supporting, and appreciating all who volunteer here at Unity. This will include ways to better communicate the current volunteer opportunities, such as ushering, and to support everyone who chooses to make a positive difference in the world through their volunteering here at Unity. In response to interest shown during Conscious Conversations, future efforts of this team may focus on developing opportunities for Unity to send groups of volunteers to address community needs. This would also contribute to our community impact and outreach. So finally, in 2020, we have a lot of exciting developments in the works and many new opportunities for creative leadership and volunteering. Just as our call is to give financially as we can, your board would like to ask each member, and indeed each Unity participant, to evaluate how you might be able to contribute to one of these new initiatives. As a mission-centric ministry, our intention is to be solidly established in our evolutionary trajectory, one that will continue on when we come to the point when we must say goodbye to Drs. Jane and Gary at the end of this calendar year. In the meantime, we're all in this together, moving forward into deeper and deeper transformation as individuals and as a community.